S1, a dream. October 4th, 1998.
Welcome to Burger King, home of the flame-broiled, burnt-out Whopper, where you can have it your way. Like chess pieces, we like chess pieces. Line.
Like chess pieces, we move around, but by what hand are we guided? And it's not burnout, it's moral injury.
Like chess pieces, we move around, but by what hand are we guided? Listen here, you little fucking prick. This is my meditative dream state meta narrative. Do you even know? Do you even understand? Line?
Do you even understand laws? How could you in your short 18 years?
Fuck, I don't really think I'd say that. Seems fucking stupid to me. Kinda condescending too. Anyways, do you understand laws? You ever stare a mother in her eye and tell her she was gonna outlive her own child? You ever watch someone die? Like really watch them die. Not that last death where the light goes out, but the one before that when they realize the fight's over. You ever have to come home and tell your wife that your son is gone and ain't coming back and your hand was probably fucking bloody from the whole thing? God damn, I was shooting shit in the jungle in Nam that'd make you shit blood sideways. I've given up more life than you can imagine. This is your dream. You're in control, sir.
Hey, whoa, Galloway, I don't know if this is a great place to make a scene.
And you, JJ, what the fuck is up with you? You're never affected by any of this shit. You're cool as a fucking cucumber whenever this shit comes up. Rolls right off you, huh? Seems to me you ain't totally right. Or at least maybe you don't dream.
Whoa, really don't love JJ, Galloway. I've told you this before, it's John.
Sir, if this is your idea of a joke, it's not funny, and I'm happy to call my manager. Oh, fuck right off.
Act 2, a conversation.
So I think I'm gonna do it. If I can make contacts, see if they're willing to help. I think there's a few separate groups that work there, so maybe one of them can help out here. Canadians, crazy.
Right. Leave me here while you run for help with your tail between your legs. Some shitty college town, sure. Listen, we need to trap and strike. I trap and you strike. If you think you need help, then by all means, let's extend this fucker until you feel prepared. But you know the world works on rules, JJ. Universe ain't nothing but a math equation. All y'all are the same, JJ. Why don't you call your little brothers to help, or are we still not talking about that?
I don't think I can. No, I don't think I need to call for reinforcements.
Sure.
I'm checking out the feeding grounds again, too.
I don't know if you're gonna like what you see there, buddy. I don't think any of your guys here before you liked what they saw there, buddy. Ought to get you a blue rose, Lil.
What do you mean, my guys? March Tech sent others out here to work?
Yeah, something like that. Speaking of, the fuck are they doing with all this? There's your reinforcements right there. Tell them product is in danger here. Tell them Sonoma's in danger. That ought to get some Bronson-ass blue team MIB motherfuckers here.
Galloway, you're conflating things. March is a standalone but partnered subsidiary company. Nothing more, nothing less. Sure, strong ties to, what'd you say, Bronsons? But we all run in the same club. You jump ship from NGOs into industry and back into government, you know? It's not so sinister.
Do corporate androids dream of electric people? Listen, I'm preparing things. I am burning with the righteous anger of a man with absolutely nothing left. And that thing took it. You think I want to be Galloway? You think this piece of shit identity I've become means anything to me? It's a shield and a fucking anchor and a fucking cage. Like a fucking snake shedding its skin, JJ. I will be reborn. I am that line.
Act 3, finale.
Let me pay for your burger, Galloway. Fuck you. Fine. Cool. You guys hang out. Snickers is doggy paddling. He puts water in his mouth, spits it out. He's having a really good time. This man, I think I described him as he had slick back hair and looked like Scott Disick, which everybody knows who Scott Disick is in 2026.
Yeah.
That's what I look like with a male, when you do like the masculine filter,
like filter,
like Snapchat
yeah.
filter.
You're just Scott Disick.
I look like Scott Disick.
You could see it. That's why I married you.
Hot for Scott Disick.
I'm hot for Scott
Hot for
Disick.
Scott.
Hot for Scott.
Hot for Scott.
That's what they always said about me.
Yikes.
Yikes, hot for Scott. He's swimming around having a good old time, and you guys have your beer. This is the epitome of everyone's trying to be cool at this point. So.
Yeah.
Eventually, Snickers 2 gets out and lays on one of the one of the pool chairs, and passes out and starts snoozing. And then I think when he wakes up, he's like, hey, what? How did? Where did? Who are all of you?
Oh, dude, Snickers 2.
Welcome.
You're awake.
Snickers 2? What?
Yeah, dude.
The one over there's the first one, and. Wait, do we still have that Snickers with us?
No,
JD's dog.
he's at my trailer. Yeah.
JD just has a locket with a picture of the dog.
Yeah.
You're like, this is your dad.
Yeah, I think my locket is it's a pentagram that you open up actually, and I open it up and I'm like, yeah, dude, this is Snickers.
One side is Snickers and one side is Beck.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. I'm like, yeah, dude. I'm like, this is Beck. That's my girl. She's over there. She's hot, right? This is Snickers 1, man. I'm like, this is like the dog version of you.
He looks confused. Oh, okay. Am I a dog?
Did we ever figure that out, guys?
We found you in the desert and you were like really infatuated with the dog toy. And so I think we just started calling you Snickers too.
Also, whoever you are on the inside, dude, is who you are. You can just be yourself with us.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Good point, Connor.
I don't think I know who I am. I'm having trouble remembering.
Oh my God. Was he abducted by aliens?
Maybe.
Did you get probed?
I don't know what that means.
Okay, I think, doesn't everybody know what that means?
Yeah, like probes.
Like probes.
And Chuck like points his finger.
If Chuck
Makes
knows what it is,
the
you should know what it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Well, I'm somebody and I don't know. So not everybody knows.
That's true. You are somebody.
Snickers 2, like, do you remember, like, hanging out with us, though? Like...
Yeah, you guys had the treats. The steaks.
Yeah, we still have some. Do you like those?
I do.
Oh, okay.
I'd
Connor
like him
grabs two
warm.
more from his backpack and just like
Nice.
let you double fist some Salisbury steak.
Could I warm these up? They're better when they're not cold.
Yeah, there's a microwave in the pool house over there.
Oh, okay. And then he walks in there. Here's my question about this. Do you think that you guys want to make Snickers 2 do this now or in the morning? I guess you guys had basically had this plan to have Snickers 2 hound dog.
That he is.
Yeah.
That old hound dog.
Sniff the shirt, right?
Yeah, we. Okay, so he's not a dog, so he's not going to sniff the shirt. But yes, he's going to do
I like
something
that we
with
all
the
think
shirt.
he's gonna sniff the shirt.
Yeah, you guys are for sure like he's going to sniff and piss on the shirt or something.
and then he's gonna like start walking.
Connor, just hold it up to his nose.
Smell
hold
the
it up. He'll-
glove. I do think. I think
It goes to 11.
it goes to 11. I do think it probably makes more sense for us because it's 7:30. We're already at the pool house. We'd have to go all the way back to the trailer park, right? Because we have to go to where Connor's brother's stuff is because we didn't bring.
You go. I think
I thought we brought the
you
Yeah,
shot.
it's in my
sure.
backpack.
Okay.
Yeah.
never mind.
Do you think we all like have the intention that we're going to have him do it tonight, but we all drank 3 beers besides Barry Chadwick and
Chuck.
Yeah.
Chuck Berry?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, besides Chuck Berry.
No, Jerica calls it Barry Chadwick, but on principle. And we like can't get our shit together to do it.
I think,
Enough, yeah.
Yeah, that sounds fair. I would say. I think.
Okay, I like that idea. I think that's kind of fun that we.
I think from a narrative perspective, like I think it would be like sort of staccato. We have a beer and we're just like, then you go check and like Snickers 2 is still sleeping. And
Yeah.
you're just like, whoa.
Guess we have another.
Yeah, and then we have like another beer and then you're just like Snickers 2.
Still sleeping.
Keep peeking around the corner and then like by the time he gets up, we're just like, all right.
We're like, hey, have a
Everyone
beer
go
with
up
us.
yeah.
This guy's an alien. I know he's a fucking alien.
Yeah, we have the montage of you guys drinking, checking on Snickers. He eventually wakes up. Try to get him to drink, maybe even. You guys are having a nice little party time. Everybody falls asleep, and then we wake up in the morning. I think you guys wake up in the morning with a renewed purpose to maybe actually see what Thomas.
Yeah, no hangover because we're 16.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
16,
yeah.
so hangovers
Fuck,
rare
that
don't
must be
exist
so
somehow.
nice.
Also, we really fucked up about not Weekend at Bernie's Snickers 2. Like while we're drinking and he's sleeping, just like dancing him around the party and stuff.
Yeah.
Taking pictures with him.
Yeah, we're not retconning that, but I'm just saying we missed an opportunity there.
Yeah, everybody wakes up feeling regret. I think we wake up early. It's still kind of dark out.
Well, because I think we all kind of like fall asleep outside, and it's like the first peak of the sun, like is like right in our eye.
So it's not the first peak of the sun.
Oh no!
Do you know what it is? The first drop of rain.
Oh no! And truth or consequences?
What time of day is this?
I'm going to say that you guys are being woken up at like 4:35 in the morning. I love the idea that you fell asleep and it starts raining. It's not heavy. It's a light rain.
Is this a normal time of the year for rain?
No. Truth or Consequences is not a place that gets rain.
Right.
Oh fuck my weed! And like Connor just immediately bolts up and like grabs his backpack and like finds cover.
Fuck, man. And we're cuddling,
Yeah.
by the way, Beck. And I, for sure, under a towel. And I look around. I'm like, is everybody, like, everybody's here, right?
Yeah.
Snickers and everyone. We're all out.
Snickers is still there.
Okay. I'm like, why don't we just, like, let's move in the pool house and, like, we need to talk about what we're going to do, you know?
I'll go get breakfast. You guys go to the pool house. I'll raid the fridge. I'll meet you there.
Yeah, I really like the idea that it's early in the morning and you guys are like, okay, we're going to do this now. Because I think there's probably a thought that for you guys to understand, and maybe you guys talk to them about this, is when he got the toy, his eyes kind of rolled in the back of his head and they had to like go chase him down.
Oh.
So it's
okay.
not like Snickers 2 is going to tell you what's happening.
It's gonna be a weird thing.
It's going to be a weird
Yeah,
thing where you're
it's
going to
like a
have to follow him
spectacle.
around. It's going to be a
Got
real Field in England situation.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like a missile trying
Yeah,
to
that
find
you have to-
the thing. Yeah.
Right.
Oh, interesting.
So I think you guys are probably dealing with the idea that he's going to be running through the suburbs towards wherever this is. You know what I mean? And you guys may have to chase him, and it may take a while because if it's back up towards the mountains, you're going to have to cross the main highway. You're going to have to cross stuff, and you're going to have to be watching.
Yeah.
What was my brother's name again?
Thomas.
We may end up with a real Ferris Bueller, like hopping over fences and all that shit. Day bow bow.
Yeah, bow bow.
Rather than being concerned about his weed, he's probably concerned about his brother's t-shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Fuck. Like Thomas's t-shirt, like, and he just like that's like what pulls the bag in to like initiate all of.
So what we see then is inside this pool house are 4 teens and a disheveled grown man that looks like Scott Disick in a ripped up and dirty business suit that's now clean because he had been swimming in it. So it looks not bad, dried out.
Nice.
A little wrinkly.
Wrinkly,
Yeah,
Still tattered.
Still
a little
tattered.
bit bleached from the chlorine.
Yeah, bleached a little bit. He's got one shoe on, one dress shoe on, and you're standing around in this room. And I think probably what's happening is you're all, well, at least the guys are probably just waiting for when you're going to give him the shirt, right? It's like, we're going to have breakfast and then we're going to give him the shirt. Snickers, for his part, is just hanging out, enjoying being around other people, pleasantly confused. I imagine Snickers is like all the dementia patients that are really pleasant. They're just there, hanging out, chilling. They're not going to like fight with you or anything, but they also have no fucking clue where they're at.
Are you guys gonna be here for a second? Because I don't think we can like walk around town with this guy with one shoe on. I'm like, and my dad has like 500 fucking suits. So
Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, we'll be here in the pool house with Snickers.
yeah, and
so.
I'm assuming he's somewhere around the size of a normal grown man.
Let's do a 1d100, a luck roll.
Okay.
50-50. Above 50, it fits well. Below 50, it fits terribly.
But it's probably still better than a tattered suit with one shoe.
Absolutely better.
Yes.
But I just am wondering, is it like
he
your
gonna be
dad's
like,
6'5"?
Yeah, I've got like, he's got like big chest.
Chest,
and,
if like it's this big thing. Okay, I'm going to roll that real quick. So above 50, it fits really well. 35.
Okay, my dad's like a lot bigger than this guy, but I think it's probably better than like him looking homeless.
I mean, how big's your mom?
Can I like base 50-50? How?
73, perfect fit.
Like my mom's, well, you know, I'm like kind of tall. My mom is Norwegian, so she's pretty tall. So she's got some power suits too, because she also works at the bank.
Love that.
So I go get a women's suit.
It
Or is
fits
this the era of like the Juicy Couture with like the butt stuff? Like
Yeah,
the
that's
butt writing?
with the butt stuff.
I think that was
No,
more like
that was a
early
little.
on.
Yeah, that was a little later. I feel like.
Yeah, she's got like a Gucci power suit because they're new. My parents are new money,
Okay.
so they're very flashy, and so she has like shoulder pads.
Oh, I love that for him.
Yeah.
He's like he's like 5'10". I think he's a pretty average looking dude, not really
Yeah,
wide
and
shoulders.
my mom's probably like 5'10" to 6 feet tall.
Yeah.
and so it fits him
Perfect.
perfectly.
Nice.
And his shoes are just a little bit too big because they're my dad's shoes.
Yeah, or stilettos.
Make him wear some
I mean,
pumps.
it slowed down. So
So are his feet more close to my size?
Yeah.
So he's wearing a different pair of Doc Martens that I have.
Yeah, I love that. He's got a women's power suit from
And
the
then with
90s.
white leather Doc
White
Martens.
leather Doc Martens.
Yeah.
He will not stick out like this at all.
Yeah, I'm like, well, I mean, I think it looks better than before.
Yeah.
I agree.
Is this cool? Huh?
Yeah.
Cool.
Sure.
I think he's staring at himself in like the mirror, like adjusting his suit.
And at that point, Connor, like formaldehyde, puts his shirt like over his mouth.
Oh, is that what we're doing? Okay,
Oh,
I love
shit.
that
Oh, we're
idea.
going straight in.
Is Chuck out from getting breakfast? He's just still getting us breakfast as we run through the house.
Maybe like as he's staring at the suit, I like come in and I've got like server plates, like 4 plates, 2 on each arm, and it's full of like eggs and like sausage and shit, but it's all just like the Jimmy Dean pre-made like heat up stuff. Here, this is what I've got. Here you go. And I just kind of like set it down on like a countertop next to the microwave that was in there.
Cool. I love that. So what we're gonna do then, I'm gonna pull up the rules for this because you guys are going to make decisions.
Can I also have brought up, since I know we're going to be going on a thing, brought a lunch, or not a lunch, a backpack full of Lunchables?
Yeah. What I'll say is before you guys head out, I'm gonna let you guys have what you want. So you're each gonna have whatever items you think you want actually.
Okay.
Let me find, so for power characters, the way this works is that we are going to roll some dice. Is that helpful?
Yes.
You guys have to choose what level of dice or how many dice he's going to use. And each dice that you choose, each amount, gives him a D6.
I don't understand.
Right. So
Yeah, I know. We all are
time,
completely silent.
you guys share responsibility for Snickers too.
Yes.
So I'm playing him, but mainly for flavor. Otherwise, you guys share responsibility for Snickers too.
Okay.
He has a pool of power tokens. Right now, they're sitting at 7 because he rode home. He rolled multiple times on the longboard, and then he's had time to rest. Each power token you spend of his 7 means that he can't spend them in the future that way unless he rests. Right? So it's a resource pool. Each power token lets him roll a 1d6 towards using his ability.
Okay.
Better dice numbers means you have a better chance of hitting the difficulty number. What I said was to get where Thomas was going, he would need to get a 16. And that's why I told you guys he needed to rest. So kind of meta knowledge is that getting Snickers 1, finding him was this level, and I kind of gave it to you. But to actually find Thomas, he's going to need to roll a 16.
Okay.
As you spend power tokens, bad things happen to Snickers 2.
Okay.
When you use more than like 6 of them, he's probably going to be incapacitated.
Okay.
Okay.
So what I would be thinking about is how much do I want to spend to get to find Thomas? And then how much do you want to be left over in case he has a different power that maybe we can all talk about, like for the next thing? Does that make sense? I know that's really vague, but that is kind of how the rules work. You're not supposed to necessarily know, but you're also supposed to be in control.
How does us adding tokens to him work? So like when he rolls and we want to like donate one, is that another D6 or is that sort of in the traditional, you just get to add a number?
Traditional, you get to add a number.
Okay. Because I was going to say, because like when you're talking about like the like rolling 6 of them and bad stuff happens, if you're saying it's 16, that's just barely better than like a 50-50 with 6 D6s.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so to even have like a reasonable chance at doing so, you're going to have to do at least 4 probably. Unless I don't know like how bad these things are, but like just thinking about the math in my head.
Yes, I think that so what I have is that using 6 could cause some like bad physical effects for him.
It's D6, but we pick how many, or can we pick like a D12?
It's D6. You pick how many.
Okay.
Lucky breaks still work, and lucky breaks was the exploding dice where if he rolls a 6, you get to roll again for free.
Okay.
I got you.
And then what happens is that the way we describe it is you guys get to roll 1 power token and get the results, and that'll be him like looking at the shirt. And then you can see the result and decide if you want to keep pressing your luck for power tokens. And for a 16, you're going to have to get a lot. So you're going to have to spend things. But let's say you roll a 1, maybe we wait and go do something, to regain some power token stuff. Do you know what I mean?
Gotcha.
Cool.
So you
Yes.
don't have to choose all at once. You can kind of do it dice by dice.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is a pretty dramatic difference. Okay. Awesome.
And then the other thing I'm going to do is because he's done it once before, I'm going to give him a +2 automatically because you can do an amount of experience. So it's actually technically 14. Given all that, do we want to try to do that this morning? It seems like we're kind of...
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. Who wants to be our dice roller for this? Do you want me to do it or do you guys want to do it? Does somebody want to do it? Who's feeling lucky?
Nose goes.
I'm going to go pee.
I'll say
so
we can
why
make
don't
Brady
you
do it
guys...
since.
Oh, yeah.
he's
Brady's upstairs. He has to do it. I'm going to
He's
pee.
gone.
It's Brady. Sucks for him.
Let me get out of your way.
All right, 2 seconds. We'll be right back.
33 40 63810 106.
On
right.
Josh, should we start?
Yes.
Okay, Brady, you're the roller.
Okay.
We've executively
So we're going to spend
decided.
1 of 7 points to do this right now. Actually, I'm going to give you 8 because of the rest as well.
Okay.
And we choose how many D6 to roll?
Yeah, and you can do 1 at a time. So if it doesn't work out, we can let him rest and let him cook. Give him like a couple hours to gain back the D6, or you can start over or whatever. I guess starting over doesn't really make sense.
And what do we have to get to? What number again?
14. I said 16 originally, but 14 because this is now his second time doing this. So I'm considering it like quote unquote experienced, or at least he knows what he's doing.
Okay. So I think
we Maisie, you said that Connor put the shirt, like kind of snuck up behind. Is that right? Snuck up behind and put the shirt on his face, or what was the? Give us a detailed description, and then we'll start rolling.
Oh, I think that Chuck I think Connor was starting to creep, like to do it, and then the breakfast came, and then everyone came and had breakfast, and then I think at this point he just is having a hard time like concentrating on literally anything else, and he's just like
maybe Snickers 2 is like just shoving in the Jimmy Dean, and then Connor sneaks up behind him while he's like face down and is just like
we could do that. My other thought is, given the pentagram, the 16 to 17 year olds, do you think that we all eat, you guys all eat or I guess I'm Snickers too, we all eat breakfast, and you guys turn it into like a weird ritual where you're gonna give it to him in the center of, like, I don't know, a pentagram or something like that in the pool house? Or do you think it's the sneak up thing? I'm happy for either.
I mean, you said he also has to like consciously activate the skill, is that right?
Yeah, I think so.
And I think too, because we've already seen this in action before, I don't think we go through the trouble of like a ritual. Like we've seen it in action. Like we don't.
Okay.
So I think that we're just like, yeah, whatever Connor I think does with the shirt.
I think at this point, like, I think he was going to like try like the sneak attack, and then like breakfast came, and then as he's just shoveling, it's just like hash brown, Jimmy Dean sausage or whatever. And then just like as he reaches down for the next thing, Connor just like slides it in and he just picks it up and like, dude, where's Thomas? Like, please find my brother.
When that happens, eyes rolls in the back of the head. He's holding it up, touching it. He's not smelling it. He's not doing anything with it. It just is the act of it being in his presence with a question, I would say. So, Brady, do you want to roll us as the person currently in control of Snickers 2?
Yeah.
D6.
Yeah. Roll number 1. That's a 5.
Okay.
Nice.
I think we see Snickers 2. This is when the eyes roll in the back of the head, right? And Snickers 2 is like holding it and goes from holding the shirt to clutching the shirt. All right, you want to give me another D6 and see what happens?
Connor is like trying to like take the tail of the shirt and like put it up to his nose, but like,
yeah, like sniff, sniff, sniff.
With us seeing him like interact this way, I think we all maybe just sort of like lean in a little bit more. Like we're all just like, what's happening? Like more interested.
Yeah. Chuck is like, he's kind of hitting everyone's like, get ready, get ready.
Okay.
I also didn't say this earlier, but also since Chuck kind of knew we were going to be chasing, and one of my hobbies that I wrote down literally is hiking. I also, when I came in with the food, I also came in with like my hiking stuff.
Nice.
So I've got like a backpack of like orienteering gear and shit.
So like maybe a rope you could
I have
tie
rope in my
around
backpack.
our
Yeah.
friend
Not
here.
old not girl over here.
Yeah, I have a lot of rope in my backpack.
Okay.
All right.
Which is why people think I'm this creepy, like, news girl.
Yeah. All right. Second roll.
Yep.
It's a 3.
Okay.
That's 8.
And we need to get to 14.
You get to 14.
Keep going.
I think what we hear in the background is really faint sounds of almost like a choir singing. What happens is you hear a little bit, he's getting more rigid, like he's getting more like holding and kind of shaking. What it sounds like is, have you ever been in your house? I don't know if you guys have this memory as a kid, but as a kid, being in your house, say like in the second floor, and your parents maybe put something on TV and it echoes through the vents and you can like barely hear it. I remember being as a kid being like, there are ghosts in the house, or there's like something here, you know? And then eventually you realize that it's like echoing through the vents or the house or something. It's this very barest hint, what sounds like a choir singing with some bells and trumpets in the background.
Okay. Interesting.
Does anybody say or do anything with that? And then do we want to move forward?
Yeah, I feel like I just, again, like lean in and I'm like, yeah, let's keep going. We got to figure out what is going on here.
I mean, yeah. Beck said we should, so I think we should.
Snickers, you okay?
No response is shaking.
Does he look all right?
Ish. I mean, not great.
Okay.
He looks like he's like in the aural stage or of a seizure, I would say, to some degree. Not that you guys would necessarily know, but he's not super responsive. He's grabbing. He's like starting to do like a little bit of shaking stuff.
Is there like a play manifestation of, like, how are these roles manifest in the game, if that makes sense?
Each role is you guys letting him continue down this path, and things get more and more severe.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah. So I think with that, we all probably look at each other and we're like, let him go another 20 seconds.
Yeah.
I think he seems okay.
Connor, I think at this point is ignoring everybody else and is just like, Thomas wouldn't be at a church. Where else could that be? Snickers, like, go.
Snickers, you got this, man. You gotta find Thomas, dude. And then I roll. It's a 1.
That puts us at 9, and we are at the third roll.
And how many, what is like this?
I told you guys he would have 8 power tokens.
Okay.
But he gets hurt after 6.
Yeah, after 6 is where you start doing damage to him, where he may not be functional afterwards.
Okay.
That was 4.
That was 3.
That was 3.
That was our
And
third
you're at
roll.
9.
And we're at 9. We're really close.
You could spin, any of you guys could spin adversity tokens to bump this up.
I gave him 3 tokens.
Okay, we're up to 12.
That's 6. So 9. That's 15.
Do you have loyal when you spin 18 to help a friend each? Yep, you're right. No, you're right. Yeah. No,
Oh,
that's
damn.
great. That's perfect. So how many? You have 3 to give.
I have 9.
Nice.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
I think spending adversity tokens to get up to 14, 15, because you have to spend the 2, is you having a bonding moment in some ways with Snickers too, or something like that. Does that make sense? Unless you have a different idea of what you think that adversity token spend is. It makes sense to me that out of the 5 of you, you are the one who is spending adversity tokens to get Snickers 2 to go do this thing. That like fundamentally makes sense to me.
So Connor really thinks that, like, again, one of his flaws is gullible, and so I think that he really thinks that, like, this whole Snickers 2 thing, he still thinks that Snickers 2 is like a dog on the inside, despite everything else.
Sure.
And so, like, I do think that he's, like, actually taking, like, the tail of the shirt as Snickers is, like, starting to, like, parry siege.
Yeah, almost.
And I think he just, like, pulls the tail and he's like, no, dude, you have to use your best sense. And then, like, I think at some point he can't reach. And so then he touches Snickers' face to, like, try to, like, cup it towards the shirt. Yo, like, Thomas isn't in a church. He wouldn't go there. Like, please, man, you just have to do this. And then, like, the touch and then, like, the bringing the 2 things closer together. I think that they have, like,
It's like
A
a
moment.
A
connection.
moment.
a moment. Yeah.
So we have spent 3 power tokens of the 8 that I gave you, 7 plus the 1 for rest. So he is down to 5 power tokens.
Okay.
When you touch him, 2 things happen. The first thing is that Connor, for a split second, has a vision. The vision that Connor sees, and actually, I think with Connor touching him, it spreads out to the rest of you guys too. So you guys are almost in the circle, eating food, having him do this, and this vision spreads outwards. And what you see is a large, vast desert, and in the background, in the distance, are mountains. You can't really tell what it is, but you can see on this like horizon a small figure and a large, 4-legged figure come from out towards the mountains, and storm clouds are following it. And it comes towards the small man-like figure, man-shaped figure. With complete certainty, everybody in the group knows that this would be the mountains up in the northwestern section of Truth or Consequences. This giant 4-legged figure approaches and rapidly runs into and knocks over this man. And you're seeing it like, I don't know, you're 300, 400 feet away. With that, what happens is that Snickers 2 drops the shirt, eyes roll in the back of his head, and he immediately stands up and starts dashing out of the pool house. What I'd like is I want you guys to make some snap decisions about how you're going to do this, because he has taken off, much like the first time the boys saw him take off looking for Snickers 1. He is in like a manic state where his eyes are rolled in the back of his head and he's just going. There's not a discussion with him. There's not anything. What do you guys want to do for this?
I think I look at Connor, dude, like, he's got it. He's going. Like, we gotta follow him, man. I'm like, I think he's got it.
Yeah, this is it.
Yeah.
Go.
He takes off. So gets up and runs, and we see this man in a beautiful women's power
Gucci
suit, wearing white leather Doc Martens, just take off.
Busting out like a mall walker.
Shoulder pads akimbo.
Yeah, is he like full on running at this point, or is he like?
Yeah, he's gearing up to run, and you're watching him with like crazy dexterity dodge over the pool toys you guys had gotten out, like the floaties and noodles and stuff, and he jumps over the pool itself in almost like a superhuman feat, and he just is over over. And in fact, I think what we see is he gets up and starts running and opens up the door for the pool house. It slams open. You see him jump over 2 of the floaties that you guys had left out. He like kicks over a beer can that falls into the pool itself, jumps over the corner of the pool, and instead of going out the gate that's to the side of the house, he just climbs over in one smooth motion the gate itself and just is fucking off.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's go time.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
roll.
Yeah, I
This
feel
is
like we
it.
just
Get
get
on our
going.
bikes.
Yeah.
I'm like, back, Jerica, grab your bikes. Dudes, grab your skateboards. Like, we gotta fucking
Let's go.
He's just like the pack of kids from Weapons.
He takes what is a strange winding pathway, basically straight north towards where you guys would know the mountains are. You know, we'll say it's 5 a.m, so it's still kind of dark out. Following him can be a bit of a task. What I will have you guys do is one group roll for this. What skill do you want to use to track this guy?
Probably brains, I would say. So who has
Brains
highest
are
brains?
brains are
Mine's-
flight.
Brains or flight?
Say my brains are D20.
Yeah, so are mine.
I think maybe the girls take the lead.
And they're on their bikes too, so they get
Yeah,
to be
we're
a little
going faster,
I
yeah.
think. What I'm imagining, I'm going to let you both roll. I'd like at least one of you has to roll over a 10.
Okay.
Does anyone have a knack that you could use for this?
I have direction or navigation.
What are your
so,
brains, Jimmy?
12, so not as good.
But I think actually with a knack, you can just
Yeah.
take the 10.
Yeah, you could.
Oh, I was gonna say I also have cool under pressure, so spend 1 adversary token to take half die instead of rolling a snap decision.
Okay, cool.
So I could automatically get a 10.
What I really love about that is that you both take an auto 10, and what it looks like, I think, is we see Chuck is navigating up front, and then we see Beck is helping organize all of these things, right? She's staying back, making sure everybody's together. So you guys are in this like snake tail of kids trying to make their way towards this person.
Is Chuck on a skateboard?
yeah, I am.
As we're like riding, because like I can go way faster, I'm like, Barry, Chadwick, do you want to get on my bike? Because I've got a banana seat and we could go way faster.
Yep, got it. And I did the thing where I like run and like jump and land on my skateboard as opposed to like pushing. But then whenever Jerica says that, I hop off, I stick it in the straps of my
Hell yeah.
backpack, how you like carries, and I just like hop on the back, and I'm like, I start to put my arms around you, and then I'm like,
You like hold on to the back like that.
Yeah.
yeah.
And an unlikely romance is budding.
2 asexual characters.
Yes.
You're a good human.
As you guys are making your way across this town, that choir noise is continuing to happen. You pass the highway, and once you get past the highway, it becomes a lot more apparent that you can start picking out songs, hymns even, that are being played. And it sounds like a shortwave, like, like in movies, people get like radio stuff from like fillings in their teeth and they kind of hear. It's like that, like it's being tuned into your guys' head. It's not deafening, it's not bad, but it's there. It's like somebody has turned a radio on.
I don't know if this is still a thing or not, but like taking cross-country trips as a kid, whenever because we just drove everywhere. It's like as you drive through we drove to Colorado, whatever, you drive through Wichita and you're like, oh, I can get the Wichita station. And then like it was the thing to be like, how long can I still hear this station? Yeah. And eventually you get to the point where you're like, oh, I can hear it. I can't.
Am I hearing it actually?
Yeah. That in reverse.
Yep, that in reverse.
Yeah.
But you're hearing these hymnals and it's hard to pick out what they actually are, but it's getting like slowly louder and louder. You eventually make it over the highway. You make it past the kind of seedier portion of town that's slowly waking up. It's still dark out. It is raining now, and it's cloudy out. The sun is not looking like it's going to come out today. As you guys follow him and try to keep up, he gets over to those arroyos that we talked about, gets over them, and gets towards a pretty big clearing, the foothills of one of the mountains. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to give you guys some information, and I want you guys to come up with a plan for what you guys would do. Because at the foot of the mountain are a couple things. A, this looks like the storm is coming over this mountaintop itself. And it really looks like dark clouds are just are everywhere past that. Like it just looks like forever there's going to be dark clouds. I think there's a dark, ominous feeling to it. There's an older man in his 60s wearing like an army fatigues. Not fatigues. He's wearing like a coat you would buy at like an army surplus store. He's got baggy cargo pants on and combat boots. There's a white truck that's got barrels in the back of the truck. He is standing outside facing the mountain. Snickers 2 is starting to run up towards this guy. This guy is multiple kind of football fields, I would say, away. So he's pretty far away. You can see him though gesturing with what looks like
a par 5 or
yeah, we'll go par 5. I love that. We'll go par 5.
Yeah, exactly.
A long par 5 too. Not one that you're ever gonna GIR. He is gesturing with what looks like something in his hand towards the mountains. Snickers 2 runs up and is gonna get closer to this guy as if I don't know, you know that he's able to find people. So where he's gesturing at the mountains, the storm looks worse in that specific area with this kind of like almost wand or something that he has.
Jerica hears Chuck kind of murmur to himself, "Is that Saruman?"
And she actually is like,
Evil voice on the wind? What is this? I think he legitimately does say, though, he's like, "Hey, I know you're into weird stuff. Like, do you recognize any of this? Is this something you've ever read about? I'm out of my depth here."
Honestly, no. I always thought there was something weird happening, but I did not know that it was this.
Okay. Well, I guess we're in it together, so let's keep rolling. And I look back over my shoulder to see, like, where is everyone else?
And I think I have kind of like stopped dead in my tracks. And I think I'm just like standing there. I'm not moving. Like, I don't want to keep going. And I think I'm like shaking my head. I'm like, Beck, I can't do this.
Why? Why the fuck not?
Because my fear is religion and all religious adjacent things. And I think hearing the hymns, I'm like starting to like freak out, and I'm just like I don't like, what if this is like some weird Christian shit? Like, I can't do this.
You can though. You got this.
No.
We can do this together.
No, you're just saying that.
No, you can. You're strong.
I don't think I can.
Come on, JP. Let's go. And I hold out my hand. And we ride into the sunset together. No, I guess it is the sunrise together.
And I think is there like
yeah, there's the mechanic of how that works with fears, right?
Yeah, what's fear? How does fear work again?
There's one of 3 things happen.
So what we can do is why don't you give me a grit roll?
Grit. It's an 8 on a D12.
Okay. What I'm going to say is that if you spend 2 of your adversity tokens to get yourself up to a 10, do you have 2 to spend?
I do. It's my last 2. I only have 2.
I like the idea of you spending your last 2 as like your overcoming this fear.
Okay. Yeah, so I think hearing Beck be supportive be nice and not
be nice, yeah.
Yeah, and
supportive
and
girlfriend.
Like hold out her hand and be like, "Come on, like we can do this together." I think I'm like, "Okay, I trust you.
Yeah.
You'll be with me. You got this."
Always. We can't leave your friend hanging.
Okay. And I think I open my pentagram locket and I look, even though Beck's right in front of me, I look at the picture of Beck and of Snickers.
Give us a little smooch.
And I think I'm like, yeah, I think I give it a little smooch and I'm like, "You got this." And then I close it and I'm like, "All right, let's go." And then we keep moving forward.
So what we see is the forward camera of this speck of a man doing something, and we see Snickers 2 running towards him, getting smaller and smaller. The camera is like the viewpoint of Chuck. So when he turns back around, we can see you guys having that moment. And in outline is the small skyline of Truth or Consequences. Highlighted is that there is no currently cloudy, bad weather over there. So you can see kind of like the sun starting to come up a little bit or peek through clouds over there as these storm clouds are coming
reflecting off the river as it curves around the back of the town.
of the town, right. And like you can see these storm clouds are moving over Truth or Consequences and gonna start taking over Truth or Consequences. And then the camera pans back around with that moment and all of the kids take off to close the distance. What happens? First off, I want everybody to give me a brains roll with a brains of a score of 8.
17.
13.
Ooh.
I got an 11. What did you want us to
8.
get? Oh, okay. All right, cool.
Question. So, Connor has a brains of a D.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Connor's just not going to notice this thing.
Yeah.
That just is how it is.
I would say, but I did roll a 4, and I have plenty of things.
Oh, if you rolled a 4, you get to roll your D4 again. That's exploding dice.
Oh, fuck. Cool.
Yeah, that's a cool.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
love it.
I
I
like
love
that.
it quite a bit. Like a full dice roll is like you get to roll it
Yeah,
again.
You do it
basically it's like even if you fail the check, if you crit succeed on what the die is, then you get to like keep
yeah.
adding, which is cool.
All right, I got a 3, so I spent a 1.
7. Okay, cool. Actually, so does everybody pass then?
No, I have a D8 and I got a 6.
Okay. And you don't have any tokens.
I spent my last 2 tokens to overcome my fear
to
of God.
overcome your fear.
So,
And I guess that maybe makes sense for you to not notice something because you're just like
If you're,
literally barely
like this
existing in
anxiety
this.
boy
Yeah.
right now.
yeah, I think I'm freaking out, and I'm honestly just like eyes on Beck as she pulls me through this kind of thing. Like I'm not trying to pay attention. So, thanks, babe.
As you guys are getting close enough that you can see Snickers 2 approaching this man, so now he's maybe a par 3 away, so you can see his details. What you notice is that one of you, actually, will say that JD is the one who doesn't notice, and so he trips over what looks like crushed up black glass that's been spread in a straight line. And some of it had like accumulated, and I think we see JD trip, and then I think he trips into it. It doesn't like cut you up much or anything, but when you stand up, there's black glass covering your face. What you guys with that successful brain roll see is that there's a straight line of black glass that's going 100 feet. And if you squint as this is getting darker and darker with the storms, you can see that at the corner, the black glass curves inwards at a right angle, forming what would be an isosceles triangle. And it goes towards where the man is, as if he is going to be at the tip of that angle of black glass.
Okay.
Do we get a sensation of like malevolence with that?
Yeah, I'm glad you asked.
Roll humans.
As this is happening, the sound of choirs and bells is getting louder and louder. It now sounds like almost a murmur of people from all directions. What you hear is the morphing of this choir noise into something deeper, something harder to, I guess, put together from an intellectual standpoint, but from an emotional standpoint, it sounds like the sound of 2 hearts bonding over good food and better drink, 10 friends chatting after being apart for years, 100 cousins breaking bread. It's a cacophony of 1,000 people speaking and feeling and moving. It
Maybe deep chuckling over a good joke.
millions of deep chuckling over a good joke. Chortling even.
All of the guffaws.
Yeah, it's a chortle guffaw, haha. It's the sounds of a bunch of throats singing, elongating into trumpets, stretched beyond their limit, and then further. Thousands of voices all singing different songs, overlapping. You hear Amazing Grace, How Great Thou Art, a child singing Jesus Loves Me, all together. As you guys get closer, and it gets harder and harder to take, what you see is the man has what looks like a big stick from a bush, and he's waving it around and chanting. You guys get within, 250 feet of this guy. Something erupts from the mountains. That something starts off as like a blurry, large figure, and it looks like it's rolling down the mountain itself. It's far away that you can't make out the details, and the man immediately turns his attention towards it and begins frantically waving the stick and backing up towards you guys. I don't have a human, so can everybody give me a brains on this?
To what?
A 10.
Oh, I can't.
19.
Okay.
My brains is
God, 1.
my brains is an 8, so I couldn't pass anyway.
Did anybody else pass that?
No, 2 on my 4.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh
I
no.
got a 5 on a 12.
That's okay.
I passed.
With your pass of 19, especially how high that pass is, the sense you get is that this is like a hunter trying to lure its prey in.
So like the thing that is coming up from the mountain
Like a
is the
fish.
Yeah, it's like a fish, on a hook, and he's trying to bring
He's
it
like
back,
trying to,
reel it in,
in.
and he backs towards the center of the triangle. As this thing gets closer and closer, what you see is that it looks like a 10-foot tall man on a 20-foot tall horse.
Oh.
That's the thing coming out of the mountain?
Yeah.
Okay. Where is Snickers 2 right now?
Snickers 2 has now made its way up, and he's just staring alongside the man right next to him. The man has not made any... The man's backing up, and Snickers 2 is behind him backing up.
Okay.
So at first, it's a dot in the distance, thunderclouds rolling, falling miles away in the mountain, but this all starts to get closer to you guys. The music gets louder. It gets closer and closer until you see this 10-foot tall man riding a 20-foot tall horse down the mountain and finally on the desert plains. They both wriggle and squirm, their skin made of snakes or worms or lampreys or something moving. As it gets closer, it's imposing and huge. The thing gets towards the man. He is now in the center of this triangle, and you guys are kind of at the edge of the triangle. It is within 10 feet of him, and it leans forward. And with it leaning forward down from the horse, you guys get a better look of its face. It's a skeletal, writhing face, smiling with missing teeth, 2 feet in size, hollowed out holes for eyes, and you finally see that these aren't worms or snakes or cords moving. These are people stuck together with arms and legs folding in on themselves, writhing. Mouths surface briefly to scream that trumpet noise you'd been hearing.
Ooh.
Hundreds and hundreds of people make up this man and this horse. It leers down, this great figure, in front of a small, older, 6-foot tall man defiantly waving a stick. The haunch of the horse is made up of multiple adults dressed in like 1800s settler clothes. They disappear and fall, and a new face surfaces that you all catch. It's the face of Thomas. He screams and screams and screams, and it's the sound of heaven opening up, his vocal cords being stretched out, formed into this beautiful sound. And Thomas is there. Thomas is gone, but Thomas is happy. What you hear is Galloway, this man that you guys would recognize as the hardware store owner of Truth or Consequences. He's the man. You've gotten close
like
enough to see who he is. His
Fishing.
name's Galloway. He has this hazel stick, and with each movement of it, you guys smell this earthy, woody aroma that's in direct kind of opposition to the awful noises you're hearing. And it's like somebody burning a candle that smells like sage and hazel, but turned up like 1,000. He quickly, when this thing leers down at him, takes the hazel wand, strikes towards the south, strikes towards the east, and then straight upwards. At that exact moment, black flames erupt around a triangle encasing all of you guys, and you can see that this black glass is crushed and laid out in like a 100 by 100 by 100 foot triangle, and you can make out what Galloway says.
I know your father, bailiff, him who was wrought as Nodens, betrayal what that was. Rex terribilis, per viniculum salimonis, take on stringo, bailiff, bailiff, bailiff. By the 7th throne you abandoned, the 13th and 7th seal. By the powers you betrayed, I bind you to this triangle.
Snickers 2 is just beside himself with the shirt on his face still. He had been navigating things without even having the shirt, you know what I mean, without removing the shirt from his face. And he is behind this Mr. Galloway. This horse angel thing reaches down and he knocks the wand out of Galloway's hands. Galloway cowers, but keeps shouting that chant over and over. And Snickers 2 runs to kind of grab onto Galloway himself. At that moment, we see pieces of this angel horse man thing drop down, and they're people, and they start coming at Galloway himself. You guys are now 200 feet away inside this triangle of black glass that's turned into a shroud, as if like maybe you couldn't get out of it, and this thing is dropping human beings down.
And what are they doing?
Yeah, what are the human beings? Are they like?
They're rushing towards Snickers 2
And Galloway.
And Galloway has kind of fallen over and is reaching now for that wand itself. What do you guys want to do?
I feel like we're kind of in different units now. We could try to like group and do something, or we could operate as independent units.
Are they like attacking them, like ripping them apart, or what are they?
They're moving towards him in an aggressive manner, but they're far enough away that I would give you guys kind of time to do something.
Oh, so they're not like right next to him.
They've dropped because this thing is
inside the triangle.
Yeah, everything is inside the triangle now. What I'd like to do is give you guys the choice to do, because again, this is a narrative system. Everybody can do something. I'm basically going to give everybody a role to do something in this situation. And I want to know what you guys want to do, knowing that this wand has been knocked out of his hand, knowing that there are these men approaching, you know, somebody who seems to be doing some sort of ritual.
Are we closer to him than the people?
I think you guys have closed the distance enough that you're like on either side. If you wanted to try to rush at the people, you could potentially do that. Or
I am going to try to run and grab the wand.
Can I ask a quick question before
of
we
course.
decide all this stuff?
Yeah.
So again, you know, we're invoking Lord of the Rings and like that sort of stuff. Like as we watch those battles, like you know who the good guys and bad guys are. Do we feel like we have like a good concept of like who the good guys and bad guys are? Like, because like when I see Thomas like within the thing, like he's happy, I'm just like an angelic noises and choir. I'm just like, oh, dope.
Yes, no, excellent. That is like all of the things that you felt, all of the sense of community, all of the church, all of that twisted in a way that makes it feel alien.
Yeah, I was going to say, I get the sense that the hardware owner guy is the good guy because he's trying to like...
I think there is no question in your mind that the hardware owner person represents humanity struggling against something.
Yeah, the way that I would put it is Thomas is like happy and singing and angelic, which in traditional structures or narratives would be like a good thing. But this is Call of Cthulhu and Lovecraft mythos, so that means he's an insane fucking cultist, and what he's doing is bad.
I think you would like know that he wouldn't maybe willingly do this.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, I think with my brains roll, that was kind of the vibe I got, was that like he's trying to lure this like bad thing to like vanquish it, sort of thing.
Yeah. He's the old hermit, like trying to cast down like the whatever it is that's coming up. He's keeping the other at bay.
He's Radagast
from humanity. Yeah. So I think Jerica and I are still on the bike, right? And we're the closest. So I'm like, all right. Well, we've known each other for however many years now. It's ride or die. Let's do it. It seems like you've got a plan. As we're riding towards the thing, so you can grab the real stick, I want to try to like grab something that looks similar and like pretend that it's the stick just as a distraction to like scare these things back to give room, which I would do as a charm.
Yeah, that's
roll.
fine. So we'll do a charm to try to scare these 4 or 5 min-sized things that have dropped. And then you're going to go after, Aubrey, Jerica is going to go after the wand itself.
Yeah, and either I try to grab it or I try to hand it. Like, whether it's easier for me to just grab it or if I can, like, nudge it towards
Galloway.
the hardware store owner.
Yeah, Mr. Galloway.
Yeah.
That sounds good. I want you guys to all declare what you think you're going to do. What does Connor and JD and Beck want to do in this situation? I guess kind of what they're thinking, because I think, especially Connor, this is probably a big hit for Connor to see that, right?
Yeah, so... I mean, given Connor's motivation and like everything else, like I think that he had sort of like did like a big ass and like skidded next to Snickers and is like sort of watching all the stuff go down. I think once he sees Thomas with like the swirl and like people coming down, I think that he just sort of like looks over at Snickers and like grabs the shirt and then just like runs towards like the horse thing and then like wants to try to jump at it, like sort of like skateboard first, like
nice,
like diving in, like with the kickboards or whatever, like from swim, like training or whatever. He's just gonna go run. He's like, I just want to find my brother.
Okay, what does JD and Beck want to do, and then we'll all roll our thing, and then we'll have a narrative conclusion to things.
So Beck takes out her camera
Nice.
and starts taking photographs of what's going on.
I love that idea.
And I think it's just this like, what the fuck? And just like not really like, because I think with not passing that, was it brains roll?
Yeah.
I'm just like frantically taking pictures of shit. So.
Yeah. I think JD is like still kind of in just like this state of fear. I mean, he's tough and like he puts off that exterior, but I think he really is just like he's kind of freaked out. But I do want to say that I do think that there's a part of him that he's trying really hard to fight against that fear. And I think that he sees Connor run towards that. And like he is good friends with Connor. And I do think that JD, he turns and I think he looks at Beck, takes off his pentagram locket, and I think he hands it to her. And he's like, Beck, I've always loved you. And he's like, hands her the pentagram necklace, and he's like, and then he just starts running towards Connor to help Connor.
Hell yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
What's everyone on a roll? I'm going to give everybody 10 is the number you need to beat for everything. That'll determine what happens.
For my attempt to distract and scare off the things by wielding a fake stick, I did charm and I got a 17.
Nice. Okay. We'll have you describe that. If anyone wants to change their actions for what they're doing, that's fine based on all of that. Because I feel like this is a narrative thing. We've abstracted this. So
Yeah.
So I guess since Jerica and I are kind of in the lead, or we've made the decision to go for it, we're barreling towards this situation as best we can on a bike with a banana seat. And I'm like, okay, Jerica's smart and she's into weird shit. She knows what to do. I just have to kind of like fake it until we make it. And so as we're riding towards it, I just like grab up like some dry like piece of scrub brush and I start like waving it around and like trying to mimic the stuff that the guy said. And we come up and we do like kind of a skid stop and just like I just hop off and I start like pointing it aggressively at these things and I'm like, Kia, peace be with you and also with you and our Father, and you know, I'm just like saying whatever religious stuff I can think of, and that's what I do. And I'm like, okay, hopefully she'll get there and do the thing for real, because this is all just fake.
I love that. I think we see with that successful roll, those things are pushed back a little bit. They seem afraid, except what I would say is they're not like running at you. It's not like 28 Days Later zombie stuff.
Oh, okay.
They're just like slowly making their way towards you. It's an inevitable feeling. Like this is how things are going to go, and this is what they're doing, and that's it. And what you've done is they've kind of moved further apart, right? Like, so they were coming towards, now they're kind of split out more, giving you a little more time.
Okay, I have a question.
Yeah.
So you said this thing knocks the wand out of his hand. How close? That makes it seem like they're like right next to him. Like,
this thing is huge, right?
You said a 10-foot, so it's like 30 feet.
30, 40 feet tall, somewhere in there. It reached out with like, I guess the form it's taking is like a molded form, as if this is maybe, it's making the form of a man on a horse using all of these bodies. When it reached out to smack at him, it reached out like a weird body pseudopod of things to smack it out. Does that make sense?
Yeah, so I guess in my mind, I was thinking I was going to snatch it because this thing was going to get to the wand before.
Yeah, that's fair. I think that's a fair question.
Okay. Because, I mean, otherwise, if he's about to re-grab the wand, like
it's outside of his reach. And so I think what you could do is maybe get it to him.
Get it to him. Okay, yeah. I guess that would be more of like a flight, like snatching it up.
Yeah, I think that's reasonable.
Okay, and what do I need to roll?
Flight.
And what's the number I need to get?
10. Everybody's going to be a 10 for this.
It's going to be my max, hopefully.
You can spend your adversity tokens and
know.
other people can help. How many tokens do you have? 3?
3, yeah.
Have you failed any rolls?
Ooh, I've rolled 7, so I can spend my 3 adversity tokens.
Yep. So what do you do?
I'm like barreling towards this because I'm determined to figure out what the fuck. What's the hardware store owner's name?
Galloway.
I'm like trying to figure out what he's doing, and I want him to like be able to explain this to me. So I kind of roll up. I know I've got Chuck behind me doing the thing. I kind of see them backing up a little bit, so I think that gives me more time to like kind of roll up. I jump off of the bike, kind of leave the bike for Chuck to deal with. I grab the thing and like help Galloway up, and like hand it to him, and I'm like, what are you trying to do?
Yeah. He's like, oh,
And you hear from behind you, hey, you called me Chuck.
Like, God damn it.
Damn.
what are you fucking kids doing here? You have to get the fuck out of here. Go.
Okay.
Pushes at you and then starts back to doing his the same south ritual that he was doing.
How can I get out of a triangle that's like on fire? We're already here, so like
I fucking control it, you fucking idiot.
I don't think I leave.
Sure.
Because I like see like JD and Connor, and I kind of look back and I see Beck taking pictures. I'm like, fuck yeah. Like, fuck yeah, Beck.
Okay, who wants to go next with what they want to do?
I feel like Connor. I feel like
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
So sadly, I rolled a 2
Ooh, how much
on my D20.
On your D20.
You're
my
kidding.
God. Do you have anything to add to it based on?
So I get a +1 because it's my brawn. So fighting brawn, right?
Yeah.
For being a teenager.
Yeah.
So even with that, I still can't.
Yeah, and I don't have any tokens to give.
What does that look like? Do you think? I guess how many tokens does everybody have? Because we're ending this.
0.
I have 3.
Well, so I passed my thing, and I have an orange skateboard, which means I can do +1 adversity token to an ally when I pass.
Okay, let's give you one.
And I also have 5 tokens. Can I?
Yeah,
give
you
5
give as many as you
tokens to
want.
Maisie?
You can give as many.
Ooh.
There is no
Okay,
rule to
sure.
this.
So 6 tokens
Well,
to
hold on,
Maisie.
so-
like +1 for the thing that I have, my skateboard being orange, and then 5 for the tokens I have.
Okay.
So I had 5 already plus the 1. So I needed 3 from other people. So I can use all of mine plus.
+3 from
Jimmy.
From okay. Here's what I'm gonna ask is I know we had talked about your guys' relationships. What do you think it is that Chuck does? Actually, what we'll say is it's going to be a combination of Chuck and JD because JD is now doing the same thing with you. So what's the thought that goes through Connor's head about this? Because in my mind, the addition of the adversity tokens and JD going with you is like the 3 idiot guys like doing their thing kind of together. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Well, and I had a question. Do I get adversity tokens for every failed roll as we play?
Yes, as we play.
So,
yeah.
And I failed my last 2 rolls, so I have 2. So
Okay, I love the idea that you both contribute adversity
I think let's
tokens
say that
to
we
this.
both contribute.
Yeah.
Like I give 1, you give
yeah.
2.
Oh, I love that.
Let's
I love
say that, Jimmy, just since I have less to give. So that way it's like we're both contributing towards Connor's sort of like...
Yeah, I love that idea.
Yeah.
What goes through Connor's head about rushing to save or try to save his brother Thomas with all of these people?
The way that I kind of imagine this is like, so Connor's just like running. He's like holding his skateboard out and he's like getting ready to like jump off the deep end into the pool. And I think that he falls over something, which is sort of like the initial roll.
Sure, yeah.
And then like gets back up with it just like him spending all of like the rest of like my own personal like tokens.
Yeah.
And is like now hell-bent again back on like find my brother. And then I think at some point, like whether it's like a shout or, you know, maybe JD catches like up enough to like grab like the backpack or like something. There's like something sort of like from each one of them that like causes Connor to like do a quick like turnaround.
Yeah, I love the idea. Yeah, that's great. I love the idea of the turnaround.
The
Yeah.
turning back, yeah.
If this is too much, you can tell me no. But again, one of Chuck's hobbies is hiking. And I imagine that as part of that, maybe in his backpack, he has like a rescue flare. And so like as the storm's coming over the mountain, it's getting dark, it's starting to rain, and Connor falls. Chuck, like, he's waving the stick around at these things, and maybe he pulls like the flare gun out of his backpack and just like fires it up above the amalgam to just kind of like give light to like the area.
Darkness that's like taken over of the area. Yeah.
Yeah, so that maybe Connor can see his target a little bit better, see where he's going.
And I think maybe in that light, if this is cool, you see me sprinting towards you maybe. Like, I'm envisioning it almost like, you know, like the slow motion scenes in war movies where it's like the ringing in their ears and they're like looking around and seeing. And I think that Connor, like, the flare goes up in like slow motion and it illuminates. And then like you see JD running towards Connor. And I'm like, Connor! Like, Connor! Bro, I'm coming.
Yeah, I love that. That's so good. I think with that success, what we see is you're able to get up close to this writhing thing, and there's a moment where, and Brady, I presume with your role, you're just trying to keep up. Do you have something specific you want to do? Because I love what you've kind of already done narratively, if I'm being completely
Yeah, I
honest.
think it's like that. I just want to catch up to Connor to like help him. So maybe even like, I mean, I'm going to roll my fight.
Sure.
Which is a D20. I have to get a 10.
Yeah, that sounds good. Yes, you need to get a 10, but yes, fight sounds fine.
Fuck, dude.
What'd you get?
A natural 1.
Oh,
Nice.
God.
But what I'll say about that is that you're not able to get up to be there with him.
Okay.
But you know that like you being behind him, providing the support, just
Is
like
helping him.
Chuck providing the support is what allows him to get up there to like have this face-to-face moment, I think. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So even though it's like a failure on your individual die roll, I think that there is the sense of everybody has come together. What we see is that Connor gets up to this living, breathing thing of bodies formed together. You know how like muscle has like striations of different fibers? Those fibers are human beings. So it's this like amalgam, like muscle tissue made up of human beings that look like people dressed in 70s clothes, in like 1920s apparel, in like the 1800s.
This may be overly grotesque, but I keep, for half an hour now as you're describing this thing, I keep imagining people like grasping onto the ends of each other, and when you're like, it flexes its bicep, instead of like the muscle actually flexing, it's like humans pulling together, going from like an extended to like a crouching position. Just super
it's
gross.
exactly. It's made up of human. Yeah, that's right. Because those are the muscle fibers contracting, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, but it's humans instead of muscle
that's
fibers.
exactly what I'm imagining. Yep. Yeah. The unit of this muscle is a human being.
Sick.
Yeah, the myocells
Yeah, the
or
myocytes,
whatever.
yeah.
It's like
They're people. Myocytes is people.
Ugh,
gross. It's like Soylent Green.
Soylent Green, also people. Yeah.
There's a moment where you get up close and you're up by this thing, and it's like breathing. Have you ever seen what a plant looks like under a microscope, where it has its little the holes that breathe kind of thing?
Yeah.
That's what I'm also imagining all of this is. It's like in and out
Like
breathing, pulsating of human beings made into muscular tissue. Thomas is there. There is a moment where you guys lock eyes. I think maybe even you grab at him, but you're not really able to pull him out. And it's a strange feeling because it's a combination of feeling that he is very content, but knowing that is content in a very awful place. And there's like a final kind of moment of like you are in a bad place, yet you are projecting this, not even projecting, but you are happy with where you're at. And then the last thing we're going to do is I'm going to have one of you guys roll Snickers 2 D6s again. How many did we say he had left? He had 5 left?
We rolled
he had
3.
8, we rolled 3.
Yeah, so he has 5. Maybe Beck. I mean, you're off in the distance snapping photos.
Love it. Do you want to give us some D6s?
Yep.
I want you to get a 10, so it's not too hard.
Okay.
1.
Okay.
Cool.
Also, because I technically ended up passing, I can give a token thing to people.
Oh,
Yeah, and I
shit,
think I technically have 1 because I failed.
Yes, everybody needs to keep track of their tokens
Yeah,
because
I
you
have
can
1.
use these to help pass, especially if we're
Yeah, I
going
have
to
4.
Yeah. Okay. So give me another roll.
And how many rolls we have for
5.
You have 5 total
So now we have
D6s
4.
rolls.
3.
So we're at
4.
4. And then you got
4.
3. You got to get a 6. Can you guys make a 6 happen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got 1.
5
Great.
adversity tokens.
So we're going to
Yeah,
spend as a group
Yeah.
the 6 adversity tokens we need to make this a 10 to get to where we're at. What we see is that the shirt finally falls from his face, from Snickers 2's face, and he locks eyes with this thing. There's kind of almost a moment of maybe recognition, and it bends down off of this giant human horse thing and reaches towards him. This thing reaches for Snickers 2. Every mouth en masse opens up at once, and you hear like a large sucking sound. You all feel hunger, and it latches on to Snickers 2. I should have written Snickers 2 and not the guy's actual name in this. But as it latches on, you feel something kind of turn, like a sickness in your stomach, almost a nausea, because Snickers 2 doesn't fight, he doesn't scream. You feel him open up, and whatever door this thing usually pushes through to feed, Snickers 2 is holding it open and pulling it in. And flow starts reversing. You can see it happen in real time, like watching water in a hose change direction. Everything that it was taking out starts to go through Snickers 2. The faces in mass go from this blissed out state to a very confused state, and you start seeing other faces you recognize. The Gutierrez kid who you think maybe went missing a couple years ago. There's a blonde woman that you are sure was maybe murdered at some point in the last 6 months. They all look scared. Snickers 2 starts to split down the middle, but there's no blood, just color. Warm color, purple and gold and orange, and colors that don't have names start pouring out of him like he's a crack in something bigger. There are decades of what I've written as stolen love rushing through a body that was never meant to hold any of it. And then this thing goes gray. Those trumpet sounds turn into wheezing, and the arms that were reaching out go limp one by one like a puppet losing its strings. All the while, Snickers 2 is smiling. His eyes are leaking, his nose is leaking, he has these lesions forming of color all across him, but he continues smiling. Throughout all of this, Galloway, the old man, keeps chanting. He keeps making these signs, and he keeps trying to bind things. Snickers 2, the man who clawed his way out of a hole in the ground and didn't know his own name, for the first time feels full. There is a bright light, like a choir exhaling all at once, and then nothing, and all of you guys wake up in your beds individually, and it's Sunday morning. What I'd like you guys to do is to give me, what do you each do with this new Sunday morning? Specifically, Connor, Thomas is still gone, but you at least have a sense of that Thomas is gone, right? Because one of the things that we talked about was there was that sense of, I don't know where he is. You know that he is gone and you will not see him again. All of you have experienced something pretty awful, I would say, and not really understandable. So my question for everyone is, how do you wrap that up on a Sunday? Who's going to church with their parents? Whose parents are still not home? What happens?
Did we get any kind of detention from Principal What's-His-Face?
I think
for what we did at
Did
the
we
start?
turn into the Breakfast Club?
Yes, you guys got bad detention. Do you think that you have to do a Sunday show up, maybe?
Do we do a breakfast club?
I do love that idea.
God, that's so stupid. I love it.
Yeah, I love that idea. What I think the boys are all stuck having to go into like maybe afternoon detention. It sounds like Chuck's parents maybe are still not home.
I don't think my parents are home either.
I will say, if we're doing this like as we wake up first thing Sunday morning, I have this. It seems to me that probably since Jerica and I live next to each other, I guess we both like jerk awake at the same time because of whatever unnatural thing this was. And I probably just stand up and look out my window and look towards her window. And I probably just point towards the hills where this all happened and just wait for a response.
Yeah, and I think like I wake up, I'm like, grab my phone and I'm going to call. I'm like trying to call Beck to be like, do you have the photos? Do the photos exist? And like I'm on the kind of on the phone waiting for you to pick up, and I just nod at Barry Chadwick. He's back to Barry.
Back to Barry. Yeah, I think I
Bring, bring,
wake
bring,
up to the phone. My parents have gone to church and I'm like not doing that. And my camera's sitting next to my bed, so I answer. Hello?
Beck, do you have the pictures?
What pictures?
Dude, open your camera. Oh wait, there's no digital camera.
There's no digital cameras. I have my camera.
gotta
I,
get it
I,
developed.
Go.
Hey, I'm Cody Photo.
Like, where's Cody Photo?
There he is.
I'm like, do you remember taking pictures?
I vaguely remember. I can go get them developed and.
Fuck, it's a Sunday.
Is Walgreens open?
We make a plan to get the pictures developed. I mean, I guess
Okay.
I look to see because you probably can tell.
What I would say is you can look down and look at the counter.
Yeah, and
I
look
look
at the
and
counter
see,
and
and there,
see if
it's
there's
like,
photos.
Oh, yeah, pictures are
it's,
there.
I'm like,
Okay.
You guys could for
it's
sure
empty.
go get these photos.
Yeah,
developed.
yeah.
Cool. Connor, what are you doing? You've probably had the heaviest lift
Yeah,
of all
for sure.
people narratively.
I think that this is going to happen at some point regardless. And so, like, if there's some other, like, narrative things we want to play out, I think the finality of, like, Connor's, like, what he's going to do is he is just terrified of his father and,
Yeah.
like, thinking about him coming home, that sort of thing. Like, I think that he would just have had, like, this moment with his mom and, like, Thomas, we can leave.
Mm-hmm.
There was, like, never a moment of he's gone, he's dead, he's like whatever. No semblance of sharing what that experience was. Looking directly at his mom and just, like, they both have this understanding and then they just leave.
Yeah.
And so then I, like, imagine that he would leave, like, his skateboard in front of Chuck's house and, like, leave his backpack and, like, his directions for, like, his, like, hydroponic garden for JD.
Yeah.
Then they hop in the hatchback and, like, drive off into the sunset.
Oh, I love that.
I think that would be his thing because, like, the one big thing that was tying him here, even despite how, like, amazing the friendship was, like, the get away from dad.
Yeah.
This chapter is done.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think JD wakes up like in a sweat, and he's just like, and I think he's trying to figure out like, you know, what's real and what's not. But I think he like reaches for where his necklace was, and he realized it is gone, and he's like, okay, like this all did happen. And I think as he's like laying in bed, I think his dad's passed out on the couch outside.
The trailer,
in the living room of the trailer. But I think as he wakes up, he hears like the car engine of the hatchback turn over, and I think he like looks out the window and see you guys like driving off. And I think he's disappointed, but he's not like he doesn't judge. He understands, and I think he kind of like walks out and walks over to the trailer and finds like your note and things like that, and he like just kind of like shakes his head. It's like, I get it.
So Connor left stuff in front of Chuck's house, is that right?
Yeah, like he put like his skateboard in front of like your house and then like the backpack and like a quick note for like both of you, but like
about what happened.
But like you're not going to use like my hydroponic garden, so like he knew the right recipients.
No, I wouldn't. It's not in my nature. Honestly, I think what happens with the weird sort of mixed beliefs, I feel like Chuck, I don't think I ever said this, I imagine he's like nominally Christian. I think with his connection with Jerica, they truly end up being like a Mulder and Scully, but instead Chuck is Scully and Jerica is Mulder.
That's sweet.
And like they just continue on with that,
investigating.
Like, going forward.
Cool. I love that.
For an indefinite period of time.
I think the last shot that I'm thinking of is as Connor's car is driving up north on the highway. We see it is raining now, and it is just raining here. The rain has finally taken over TOC. You guys aren't used to this, so nobody even like maybe has an umbrella or raincoat. So we see the four main characters here, and they're back at that spot where everything happened, and what you can see is a giant burned out triangle, as if it was burned deeply into the ground and nothing else. And I think you guys are looking through the photos, these blurry photos of this terrible thing that was out there and these people trying to stop it, as we see Connor's car drive out into the distance. And that's maybe the end of what happens with kids on bikes. It's not the end of you guys, but it's obviously the end of what happens for all the kids on bikes for the story.